Hello, my name is Xavier Mercado, and this is Spearhead Conversations. Today, I'm joined by a special guest, Tay.
Yes.
Of the infamous Juice Talk TV.
Yes.
I've been watching this platform, and man, oh man, may I say, the talent that has gone through here has been something motivational, inspirational, and it's definitely made me a believer in what he's doing.
Man, I appreciate it.
No worries, bruh. But I'm definitely a fan. So of course we had to reach out, and he agreed. So here we are today.
Yes.
So without further ado, how you doing, Tay?
Man, I am blessed. Thank you for that introduction.
Yeah.
Much love and respect. Big fan of your platform as well.
Thank you.
Gotta run that back. Man, just growing, learning as I grow.
Yeah.
And bumping into like-minded individuals like you.
For sure.
Just keeping the ball rolling, man. Just staying blessed and humbled in this position that I'm in.
Well, man, I'm gonna tell you, we finally meeting in person. You know, I thought you was my height. Next thing you know, dude 6'7", you know what I mean? No,
I get that a lot too, though. That's crazy.
Man, it's crazy, but it happens when you're Puerto Rican. Just short.
Shut up, dude. You stupid.
But no, man. It's an honor. It's a pleasure, and I definitely have been wanting to make this connection for some time now. I'm definitely the platform you provide for locals and just around the city in general. This is the platform we need. I do something similar, but you know what I mean. There's no greater type of like energy than bringing two collaborations like this together.
Definitely.
And I gotta say thank you for showing up.
Tried to make it on time.
Hey, we
Traffic
good.
was crazy, but we're here.
But with that being said, you ready to jump in?
Yeah, let's get it.
So where were you born?
Oh man, the heart, soul of the ghetto, right here.
Yes, sir.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin, man.
What part?
Well, kind of all over, to be honest. To get deep into it, my mom, she owned a couple of taverns. So
Yeah.
As a youngin', we stayed in the house, but we also stayed above the taverns. So we stayed on the east side, we stayed on the north side, just kind of all over. She had about 3 establishments, so
Yeah.
we kind of just like I said, all over the city, but mainly the north side. To answer your question, though.
There we go. When we first moved here from New York, it was South Side. And then like in 97, we moved to South Milwaukee suburb. But, we got a little, before we moved to South Milwaukee, the suburb, we got a little taste of the whole South Side in there. So
Right.
It was all over kind of like you. How was your childhood?
It was pretty good. I can't even lie. I wasn't really like a troublesome kid or nothing like that.
Yeah.
But I wasn't perfect. I don't want to get it twisted. You know what I mean? But just had a pretty good upbringing. Moms and pops was there. You know what I mean? Very supportive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Never really had to ask for nothing. Really wasn't spoon fed. Wasn't silver spoon fed. But they showed us how to work for it at the same time, and pretty much just
Yeah. Well, that's family, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna teach you how to walk. Mm-hmm. You get into that river, that pond.
Yeah,
that's on you.
Moms didn't play though. Moms didn't play. She was a business owner, so that's where I kind of get my business skills. And my dad, he was a strong worker, so that's where I get my work ethic from. So
there we go. Well, you've been consistent with this platform. You've been growing, and we're gonna get into that.
Mm-hmm.
But we still learning of who you are.
Right.
What type of hobbies were you into growing up?
Well, to be honest, I was into fashion, basketball, into music.
Okay.
A little bit of skating. I did love
damn.
skateboarding, like 4-wheel skating. So,
Did Lil Wayne have an influence?
Not Lil Wayne, more like Tony Hawk.
Tony? Man. What year were you born?
89.
Bro, we there. We twinning.
Yeah.
What month were you?
December.
Okay, I'm January.
See, look, Capricorn.
Capricorn all day, bro. We're there. Let's do this
up.
for all the Capricorns.
I knew it was a reason why we was connected, though. I knew it was a reason. It was a stronger connection than that.
We the goats, bro.
Man, look, people don't know that Capricorns, if we want it, we gonna go get it.
We go get it, bro. Oh, that's dope. Yeah, I'm January 16. What's yours?
December 29th.
Man, one of my
End of the end.
Man, one of my best friends. That's his birthday.
And it's crazy, dog. I told my wife this. I tell a lot of people this because I'm a barber too as well. We'll
Yeah.
get into that. A lot of my people that I know,
Yeah.
a lot of people that I'm connected to, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of my clients are Capricorns.
Oh, word.
About, including you now,
Yeah.
85% of the people that I know, that I'm close to, that I'm connected
Yeah.
with are Capricorn.
Look at that. It's the community.
Now I'm going to say, I really want to say 90. I really want to say 90. I want to give it a strong 90, 95, to be honest, bro, because this is, I knew it was something deeper than just knowing you. Just like,
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's always good to have another Capricorn in the building.
Man.
You know, music is something that resonates with you deeply. I mean, it's the premise of your show and everything. What was the earliest memory of you finding music?
Well, when I found music, probably was when I was younger, listening to a lot of Michael Jackson back in the day, people like that, and just a lot of great idols back in the day, James Brown, and you know, just a lot of like R&B, a lot of hip hop back in the day, and man, you name it, like I probably know it type shit. Like I said, we grew up in the bar too. We grew up in the tavern, so my life evolved around music. I lived up on music. I grew up on music. Like I used to go to sleep to the thumping of the jukebox at nighttime. You know what I'm saying? From blues to rap to gospel, whatever they wanted to play downstairs, and we was living upstairs.
Yeah,
I soaked it in my sleep. So I was born into music. I was, molded into music. So I became a musician after that. So
man, that's the way I used to go to sleep. I put V100 on, and they
Quiet Storm.
Oh my god, bro! I'm about to do it.
That's how we here, bro. We here, bro.
But yeah, man, every night I used to do that. And I did music too. And I really feel like people don't realize, like, even when you're sleeping, your mind is still working. Man. So by listening to music, there is a subliminal, like subconscious type of, you know what I mean, thing going on,
rubbing off into you, is growing up on you. It's like what they say, it's not on you, it's in you.
In you, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But who were musical inspirations? I mean, we grew up with some hitters.
Man, like I said, man, I listen to everything, a lot of everybody, bro. Like I love Michael Jackson, people like that, Prince. When it comes to, man, who name it, you name it, I like it. I can't even really.
Man, we had all of them. Prince, Jackson. I mean, come on, man. Pac, Biggie, Hova, Nas.
I mean, like, I don't want to sound cliche, but you name them, I like them.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm a music head, bro. I never really had like one or two specific people that I listen to. Like, I listen to a plethora of music.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous, from the Gorillas to.
Look at that, man. Yeah. So, when did music become something that you, in your mind, knew you wanted to dive into?
Probably when I did the Black History program when I was in high school. When I got the reaction that I got from performing on the stage in front of people, I knew that I wanted that for myself. I knew I could do it. I knew it was possible. Mm-hmm. So, like, from there on out, me and my brothers, we would just go in the crib, we'd just be rapping over the beats, over our phone, just recording ourselves, shit like that, because we didn't have studio equipment, of course.
Yeah.
Using the PlayStation or the Xbox, just loading up beats and shit like that. Just, that's when I pretty much found music. About 8th, 9th grade, when I just knew, I was like, okay, this it.
Got you. Did you ever record or?
Like a musician. Like I wasn't an engineer, but I recorded.
Yeah. Okay, got you.
I did music probably for like I want to say 5 to 6 years straight before I hung it up a little bit and put my all into the juice talk. But everything that I know, I just put it into that aspect.
Yeah.
I put it into that form. So the things that I didn't do or things that I learned, I could teach people. I could show them, like, this is how you should probably do it. Or maybe you should go about it this way. Because I know when I was an artist, I didn't have nobody telling me that.
Yeah.
It was just me. I knew what I wanted, and it was working. Everything worked. It was just so hard. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's hard being an artist, and that's something that they don't tell you.
It's one of the things. It's like it's so competitive, and really just trying to set yourself apart from something that's so saturated, right? Like
exactly.
And it's a lot, man.
Yeah,
I'll say that. I did music too. I did my stint, and literally had a producer and everything. And next thing you know, he up and moved on me.
Same here. Same here, man. Same. I ain't gonna put no names out there or nothing, but same here. Like I was in it from the beginning to the end of it. Like I was really strong in like people knew me from music at once upon a time. People just knew me from just doing music. They seeing my videos on TV or 414 Spotlight and shit like that. Or just how I just promote myself, like just back to back, just heavy promotion. Everything that I'm doing now with this platform is nothing that I didn't do with my music career. It's just that it's just working with this a tad bit more.
Now we're gonna dive into that. What inspired Juice Talk TV?
Seeing that, like I said, I was an artist. It's hard being an artist. A lot of people just want to be heard. A lot of people just want to be seen. They just want to be given a chance. When I was an artist, I remember how hard it was to have that moment and how hard it is to work for that moment. Like nothing is given to you. But I'm the type of person, if I see that you really working and I can see that you really want it and I see that you're really doing it, I have no problem working with you or collabing with you. So I put my music career to the side and said, you know what? Let me get into this, not podcast world, but it was more so a day in the life interview. I want to dig deep into these artists' mind, into their career. Let's see what they talking about. Let's see what they living. Let's see what they going through. And it just took off, bro. It just went from one artist to another. It went from one engineer to another. And I don't know if it was the way I was just articulating my skills and the way I was just, talking to them, but it was just something that people could connect with, and it was just something that people can just grasp on.
Yeah. Why Juice Talk is the title?
Well, I feel like everybody got the juice in some type of way. Yeah. It's just up to you to bring it out. Like, so having the juice is just having confidence. Having the juice is just knowing what you want to do and how you want to do it at the end of the day. You just got to bring it out. You just got to just know this is what you want to do. This is how you want to do it. That you have the juice. I'm confident in what I want to do and how I want to bring it to the table.
Now, beginning something, you always got to go through the barriers of facing and just making a name for yourself. What were some of the barriers you faced?
People knowing, well, like I was so focused on building a platform for the people that I didn't have my face into the camera. But I know once I did, and once people started knowing that it was me, certain artists or certain people was gonna shy away from it because they just know that it's you. Yeah. I'm in a community and in a city where they love you and they hate you at the same time. So I knew once when people found out that, oh, that's Tay that I went to school with, that's running this page. Yeah. They're not gonna look at me the same. So, I just tried to keep myself behind the scenes and make them part of, this is all about them. This is all about you. So now when they see me on platforms like this, this is about me. You know what I mean? For sure. When you see me on Juice Talk, you probably won't even see me on Juice Talk because it's not about me. It's about the artist. It's about whoever that's coming on that platform.
That's fine.
You know what I mean? So
let's do this for you. My boy. So, with Juice Talk TV, you connect with locals.
Yeah, and out-of-towners. A lot of you'll be the way I built it, the way we built it and structured it, we didn't want it to look like it was from the city. So when people come to the page or when they go to the YouTube, they don't know if it's from Milwaukee or not because how it looks.
When was it founded?
In 2022.
Oh, 2022. Oh, same year as me, bro.
Yeah, bro.
We here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. This is just the beginning. A lot of people just now figuring it out and finding out, but this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
This is literally just the beginning, just getting started. When we first started, bro, like I said, I was doing interviews and then I had a switch went off. Like, man, I wanna do performances, but I didn't know how I wanted to do it. Yeah. But when I brought that aspect to the platform, that really just catapulted the whole platform, and we was doing it around the city. So what you see now is not how we started. I was going around this town, around the city, capturing people doing their performances. You know what I mean?
What's most important for you in the way your show connects with the audience?
What's most important is the fact that they just understand the content that we're bringing, and that is not like you can't duplicate this. Like I see a lot of stuff that's around, different platforms popping up here and there, and they try to use the same name. They even try to use the same color scheme.
Yeah.
But you can't duplicate what's already been,
I tell people that all the time. Like, yeah, you could go out here, you can emulate what I do, and I've seen many people try.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you can't replicate the energy that I bring, and in the same way with you.
So what's more important for me is just people that just understand that the content that we're bringing on the level that we're bringing it, from whether it's merchandise to go with, or it's just like I said, digging deep into artists' careers and lives and shit.
How do you feel Milwaukee is attributed to your success?
It's still going. It's still a journey right now at this moment. You know what I mean? So I can't really say that it's something that is just happened. It's because it's still happening.
Yeah.
So it's still contributing to the whole realm, the whole aspect of what we're doing. So it definitely shed light on the platform, and the platform definitely shed light on the city as well. And like I said, like the energy we bringing and the content we're bringing, I just want people to understand that. And like I said, we still going, so it's a lot that still need to be seen. It's a lot that still needs to be heard.
Yeah,
people still have to go back to even catch up to know what's going on.
For sure. What do you feel is that you've learned most about yourself through creating something like this, and the success that you've seen? Now it's still going, but that doesn't take away from the elite names you've had come through your platform and just the volume of content you've put out.
Being patient.
Oh
wow. Because like I told you, I was an artist. You have to be patient. Patience is a virtue, literally. And doing this platform, running this program, I had to learn how to be patient.
Yeah.
I had to learn how to take it one step at a time. I couldn't wake up and just think that it was going to be, oh, we finna get 1,000 views or 500 views or 50 views. Like, I remember days where I woke up, bro, it was 1 view.
Yeah.
I remember days I woke up, it was no views, no shares, no likes. To the point where I just kept, I don't know what kept me going. I know my wife did for sure.
Yeah.
But with myself, I don't know how I had that energy and that motivation to keep going, because a lot of people would have just quit.
Yeah.
A lot of people would have gave up, bro. Like, but I kept going, no matter how many views it was, no matter how many likes I got. I just kept it going.
Can I tell you, son? I always tell people this when, I get into deep conversations, when people want to know more about me. That's the number one thing I say I don't do. I don't ever look at streams, and I don't ever look at views, because that's not going to define the content that you're putting out there.
But I had to learn that.
But you did, and then that's great that you did, because it's so, as you go on, the impact that type of mindset is going to create for you. That's how you really reach the audience.
And I tell the artists when they come on the platform, man, you think this gonna go viral? You think this gonna, because we known for going viral. You think this gonna? I'm like, look, do you think it's go? Do you think it's gonna go? You know what I'm saying? I'm asking yourself that before you ask me. You made this track. Be confident in the juice that you bring and that you provide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't and just remember to have fun. Like, don't worry about if it's gonna go.
You know what was cool? Right before this interview, I had someone inbox me through the page, and how do I get on the show? And then I looked up, I saw him. He did a open mic under the home bridge. And then next video I looked up, guess where he's at?
Juice Talk.
Juice Talk.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
And we definitely gonna look him up. I don't know his name off top, but that was right before you came, and I had to bring that up.
That's crazy. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you might not know me, and you might not know the platform, but you're gonna see it.
What keeps you motivated and driven for this?
My family at this point. My family, and just knowing that people look up to me now. Like
Yeah.
people, when I walk around, like I was just telling your guy, like
Yeah.
it's hard to go in public now. Like people,
For sure.
people see me everywhere. Like, hey, you just talk. I like what you're doing. I gotta embrace it now. Like I'm just now starting to embrace it and own it. Like,
Who do you feel have been mentors or guides throughout this journey for you?
that's a good question because it's really just me and my wife.
There we go.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I got friends and I got family, but they're not in this space that we're in. They're not in this field.
Wait, before you say anything more, let's do this for the wifey.
She really had my back, and she really helped me with all the little things that become the big thing, the biggest things.
Without my wife, none of these cameras, this board, none of this.
A lot of people don't understand. A lot of people may look at it and think that we bullshit. But
yeah, bro, it's you need that. You need that type of person. And
I'm talking about from the littlest things that become the biggest things, from the placement on the clothing, to the sound, to the sound of the machines, the recording, like to the visual aspect. Like I gotta get their input, gotta get their second input.
What do you feel have been milestones or accomplishments that stand out for you?
To be honest, when I first got a half a million views, that was
Hey, my boy,
that was
look at that. He said that nonchalant, guys.
No, because it only really get greater.
Yeah.
So getting a half a milli.
Yeah.
And I was on the interview tip. And then turning around like the next following couple months or next year, getting 1 million views.
My boy. My boy.
With my boy JP. Shout out to JP. With the Golden Mike video. Yeah. And then turning around, I think that same following year, which is 2024, last year, getting the Creative of the Year award through Hyphen.
Wow.
So
shout out to Hyphen.
Shout out to Hyphen MKE, man. People over there, Tariq Moody and everybody.
Yeah.
It's just a blessing seeing these things happen. And when I see these things happen, when they do happen, that's motivation and stuff like that, drive to keep going.
Man. Well, in this type of space that we're in, who are some that you've really, enjoyed and more so was really looking forward as far as interviews or anyone you've had on the platform?
A lot of people, bro. We had so many people.
You know what? Let's name some
from JP, Melanie Fox. I could throw Ronnie Bo in there.
That Melanie Fox was crazy,
Fire.
bro.
Melanie Fox. Man, the list goes on, bro.
Yeah. She did the with her eyes the video, and that just caught me, and I'm just like, oh wow, bro.
It's stuff like that, like man, like Milwaukee really on the map, and when people come to the platform and they be so geeked and they be so excited when they step foot into the studio. That's how I know, like. I kind of found my purpose.
You doing something.
My wife even told me, like, do you think you found your purpose? I'm like, damn, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
How do you select your guests?
To be honest, we used to do a lot of reaching out. I used to send a lot of emails out. And a lot of people just kind of just bypassed me at first. And now, like,
you don't even got it.
It's just we wake up to emails. We wake up to
that's right, bro.
We wake up to inboxes and stuff like that. And it's been a minute since I reached out actually to somebody, and not saying it like that, but it's it's kind of the other way around at this point.
Man, well, it's the consistency, it's the grind, and it's you.
Yeah,
it's you and your wife. You know what I mean? I've noticed. I've been following. Like, yours has been one of those that, I'm big on quality. I'm big on quality.
I am too, bro. And people wouldn't even know. Like, I'm a person that just used what I had to get where I am.
Yep.
And bro, I started with my phone for 2 years straight, bro.
Really?
I didn't have none of this shit.
Oh my God.
Everything that you have, that's how. The only reason why I know what this is now when I came is because I'm looking at it now, bro.
Yeah.
I'm looking these up now, but bro, I used to just plug my phone up, Get the little shit off Amazon, plug that shit in there, and record. Press play, bro.
And it's crazy because like I've been following it for a minute, and to see that like even back then, man, you wouldn't even know.
I just now, and I don't mind telling my stuff right now. Like I just now purchased my camera.
Yeah.
I've just now. That's why I actually like, bro, what you using? You know what I'm saying? But I was using what I had to get where to
get where you going, and bro.
When people still step foot into that studio, they did not care.
Yeah, you know, it was crazy. I did an interview with J Love, and you happened to share the space with her. And
yeah.
In the room, in that center room, you know, basically.
You probably did you get a chance to look in?
No, I didn't get to look at it, but I was doing the interview, and as I was setting up, I looked up and I saw your sign, and I'm like, oh my God, this is where it goes down. And I was all excited because I was just like, you know, I'm a fan of it. Like, and to know that this is where it goes down, I'm just like, oh, snaps.
And you wouldn't even think in that little old space right there.
I told Jay, I was like, hey, make sure he understands that I wanna have a sit down with him. I wanna interview him. I wanna know about him. Like, I'm a fan of what he's doing. And it's crazy. But at the end of the day, it's that consistency that you've had.
With the phone, bro, for 2 years straight, bro.
Yeah.
I'll kid you not, bro. Loading it right up to CapCut or whatever I was using at the time. Use what you have to get where you got to go.
There we go. Well, you know, Juice Talk is the platform. And now you've dived into another world. Clothing, design, and shout out, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Let me get this on the camera real quick.
Shout out to the Visionary crew.
I told him right before, I was like, I'll never put on a shirt that don't have a good collar.
Man, look, that's crazy that you said that. That's our main thing, bro. Everybody that come up to me, they do this to the collar. They look at that collar, and that's how I knew I was doing something right from back in the day. I'm that type of person. I don't want no bacon neck.
Nah, man.
I don't want no bacon neck.
I always, even when the undershirts, you know what I mean, under a jersey or anything,
it
like,
gotta sit. It
gotta sit.
Like even if we throw like a jacket on like this, you don't want nothing that's gonna be sagging down. You know what I mean? You want it to sit right up on you. But.
I mean, even that piece you got the emblem. Let's go into that. Like, what inspired this route for you to
okay, well, like I said, fashion been in my blood since a youngin', bro. I've been running on my own clothes and ripping my own clothes up since I was a kid. You know, it just didn't start. People just now getting hip. People just now finding out. But I've been designing and doing fashion since a kid. I'm talking about really like fashion shows and catwalks and shit like that. Like I really participated in shit like that.
Yeah.
But what inspired it, I guess, just really just tired of going to the stores and seeing the shit that I know I can make, or seeing shit that I didn't really like, or seeing shit that I really wasn't my style. I'm like, man, I'm about to just make my own clothes at this point.
Yeah.
You know, and then having a brand, having a platform, I want people to understand those are two different entities. Those are two different things.
Yeah.
They coexist in the same family, but those are two different things. So you really can't have one without the other. And I felt like having a platform, it was always best to have merch to go along with it.
Yeah.
But what you're seeing with the Visionaries is just, that's a whole separate line. But I have actual Juice Talk merchandise that goes with the platform. The Visionary clothing line is something totally different.
So Visionary, why we picked that name? What influenced that?
Well, Visionary is pretty much self-explanatory.
Yeah.
You got to just see it through, bro. Sometimes you got to just be quiet, close your mouth, and just open your mind, open your eyes, and just go with your, you know what I'm saying, go with your heart, go with your gut. You know, just seeing it through. Just, you know.
How did you come about the logo? Because it's an eye. You know?
Yeah. You know,
it's just,
pretty much, like I said, it's self-explanatory. It's kind of simple and straight to the point, but it's deeper than what you can think. It's deeper than what you can see.
Yeah.
You know what,
what challenges have you faced since you began this?
Getting people to understand, and I have to understand that it's not going to be for everybody.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm fine with the people that do understand, that support it, and that want to get the merch and that want to rock it because they feel that they are a visionary in some type of aspect or in some type of way.
Yeah. Well, I definitely feel that way.
You definitely are.
Yeah, man.
Because you have to see your vision before you can execute it.
Yeah,
you
for
have
sure.
to think about it. You have to see it through before you can actually pull the trigger. You know what I mean? So all this wouldn't be capable if you didn't have the vision mindset for it.
Yeah.
At this point.
I got to give kudos to my cousin because I was the audio side. Like, I figured out how to get all the audio
That's
just
still
for
a-
the
that's
quality.
still- that's-
Oh, for sure. But he's the one that put me on to the cameras and
Up to the notch.
yeah, man. And I always feel like this isn't a mistake us meeting. The energy is there. You know what I mean? Just the space that we're in, we complement each other, man. But it's definitely something that, it's something that has stood the test of time, and you're still here with your clothing. What type of impact are you hoping to make that sits with the people?
To be honest, that's a good question. I'm just still I'm still up in the air with it. I know that's a tricky world to get in. I'm not trying to like be the next like Ye or nothing like that. But those are definitely influence, and that's definitely somebody and people that I like to look up on the clothing aspect in the clothing realm. You know, like people might not like it right away, or they might not understand it right away. But give it a year or two.
Well, you said you grew up with this. Who were designers that you really rocked with growing up?
Man, I used to fuck with like shit like Polo. You know.
I used
Of course,
Rockaware and Pellepel.
Pelly Pale, Rockaware, shit like that.
Yeah.
Anything in the store that was in at the time, you know, I wasn't that type of person, you know what I'm saying? Shit like Tim's and Nikes and shit like that.
Always gonna have
I'm
them
real
on.
simple. I really wasn't the designer guy like Gucci and shit like that.
You remember, man? I mean, these were my favorite pants, but they definitely hit, and I don't know how they fell out of style. But Jabot,
Yep, see, 5 pockets of bow.
Jabot,
Pistol pocket
man.
on the side. You got the guns with the straps.
Yeah, the
on,
straps, dog. That
shit like that.
That's
back in
what I
the day.
loved about
Yeah.
them. But with these clothing, walk us through your creative process when putting just the clothes that you've put together. What was the creative process behind this shirt?
Just trying to give pretty much grunge. How can I say it? Like rugged, grungy, rock star, hip vibes, pretty much like that. You know, retro with the acid wash faded tees. You know what I mean, like that. And you know, some of our designs got like the rock star skulls and stuff on it like that. But right there, it's just like we call those the staff tees.
Okay.
So, you know, like people that go to work and stuff like that. They look like a working shirt.
Yeah.
So we just call them the staff tees and stuff
I gotta
like
say, I like the material you use for this.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
it's real soft. It's,
appreciate it. So like when it comes to the quality, you would probably get nothing less.
it's durable. It's all the way.
Working on jeans as well, stuff like that. You know, embroidery patches and stuff like that.
Well, you do have you just signed a collaboration.
Yeah. So basically, just signed to be able to have our clothing in the store.
Okay.
So you can catch us the Visionary brand on 2000 North Farwell. Right now, not too far from here.
Yeah, it's right around the way.
So you can catch us down there. You can catch me down there if you want, stuff like that. So pretty much gonna be in the store. So this is our first time being in the store. So we're gonna just try to see how it go.
You know, with the clothing and seeing already, I mean, I know you had people locking into this.
Yeah, definitely.
What has been most fulfilling?
That just knowing that people understand and they rocking with it. Like, you know, the inboxes or the messages or like, oh, you dropping some more? Or is there some more gonna come around? Okay, that when I know it's in demand, now I know I got to keep it going.
Yeah.
So you know, just that pretty much, just knowing that people that they love it at this point.
Yeah. Well, definitely. I know we gonna have to stop at the store.
Definitely.
I need me a tracksuit. I need me a
some
hoodie.
Man,
bro.
We got some shit on the works, bro. We got some shit on the way. Visionary Sport coming.
Okay.
So sport wear. So that's like we got some stuff in the works, man.
You'll see it on this platform, people, from time to time. You just watch out for it, you know?
You might not see me, but you'll see the clothes.
Oh, you're gonna see the clothes, man. I'm a fan of anything like Milwaukee. Obviously, you know that.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
you know, where do you see yourself in the next 5?
Man, on a yacht chilling with a million. Nah. But, you know, just somewhere, you know, safe with the fam, just working hard still. space like this, beautiful, something that I can
Yeah.
call my own, just, something that got multiple rooms and we could do multiple things and stuff like that up in there.
Yeah.
Just, man, I just see myself just living good and just being peaceful with it at the same point.
Okay. I always say this is the most important question of the interview. What advice would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs such as yourself, as well as our youth?
I love that question. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Invest into yourself.
Hey, let's do. Say it louder for the people in the back.
Invest into yourself. Don't let nobody tell you that paying for something is not worth it, because if you got to pay for promotion, you have to pay for a video, you have to pay for production, you have to pay for advertisement, you have to pay.
Yeah, you got to put
dues.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You just have to really just do your thing. You gotta really just and be patient. You gotta really be patient. So invest in yourself and be patient at the same time, and use what you have to get where you gotta go. To be honest, like I don't care if it's just a phone. I don't care if it's Fruity Loops Studio. I don't care if it's a MacBook Pro 1. I don't give a fuck. Use what you gotta use. What you got.
Yeah.
Until you can get what you can get.
For sure. Man, well, I appreciate you, Tay.
I appreciate you.
I love everything you're doing in the city. I think you are a very influential person in the city.
Thank you.
And I hope you understand, this is the flowers being given to you.
Thank you, bro.
And saying,
I'm not to cut you off, Zay. I'm glad you said that, because if people can go back to my old videos and when I used to do my interviews, that's how I used to start them.
Yeah.
Giving them their flowers.
Yeah,
I used to start the video like that. Let me give you your flowers right here on Juice Talk TV.
Yeah.
Me to you. That's what I used to say every time before I start my videos.
There you go, man.
Crazy, bro.
Well, here we are giving flowers out.
And I never got them until now, bro.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm happy that you chose to, you know what I mean, give this a shot and just be a part of the legacy being built.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Like I said, this is my first one.
Hey, man, it's an honor, man.
Man, it's a blessing. It's a blessing.
What are ways people could connect with you?
Man, you can hit us up on the email. You can hit us on the DM. You can hit us in the inbox. You can follow us on Instagram. You can hit us up on YouTube, TikTok.
There, it's Juice Talk TV.
Juice Talk TV. All you got to do is type in Juice Talk TV and it's going to pop up, man. Or Kewl Tay, my main page, Kewl Tay.
Yeah. You can even put them into Chat GPT.
You could, you could Google. You could Google. Chat GPT ain't the only thing. You could use Meta.
Yeah.
You can use the Facebook Meta. You can use the Instagram Meta.
It's crazy.
Man, type in Juice Talk TV, Golden Mic, interviews, anything, bro. We gonna pop up. And that's how I knew another reason why we was doing something right. Once Google and the world started building a resume around your platform and shit like that. Like, we doing something right.
Well, it's dope. Again, I appreciate you, and I want you to understand I salute you. I'm a fan. I'm gonna continue to be a fan. And you know what I mean? I look forward to your success and you just climbing. Now, you know, when the time comes, you know, you won't see me on your platform, but I definitely got an artist that I'm not gonna say the name, but I can't wait to see that artist on your platform.
So,
like I said, I'm a fan. I'm gonna continue to be that. And with that being said, Spearhead out.